phone system. So it's a really good place to see. And one of the neatest things that we show off here in a real active environment to actually show our customers is our true image. And that's where we have, you as the dealer could go in, you've got some nice gear, I'm sure you could do it with your lens and camera, but you can take photos of the room with the lights on, with the lights off, and then we have a couple different tools that are within our Blueprint program where you can go in and actually create this effect where you have a picture of the room, and then literally you can just press the button, the light goes off in the picture, and the light goes off there. So you can, we've got these really cool LEDs, so if we want, we can completely change them on the fly and make it St. Patrick's Day right here. And you've got full green, and it's instant feedback. It's really speedy. You can also press and hold, and then go to presets. Just have a light switch if you want to. Set it up to a different level. So it gives you a lot of flexibility over your lighting. You can pinch and zoom, and then you can see all the zones in your system. So there's really no easier way for an end user than a real visual way of like, oh yeah, I want to go change the music in the piano area, so I'm going to select the piano area and then I can view that. You can do the same thing by just clicking up here and picking from the window of all the different rooms, but a lot of people love that real visual area. So living room here. And we even have elements where anything in this image, when you actually create the program, can pull up any control interface that we have. So if you touch the TV, then it brings up the TV commands. So if you had a little thermostat on the wall, but super small things get to be a little more difficult, but things like TV are really great to use. So, and then when we go into our standard UI, we've got the watch. And then we've got here a projector up above there that can drop down with a whole screen. And then we go into all of our sources. So we've got Apple TVs and a whole bunch of those that we can pick from. Blu-rays here, feeds from other rooms that we can pull up, which are really cool. So that's one way. The Mini, the SAVANT Select is also really a great tool to use. And this was the first remote. We actually have a new remote that's going to be coming out right around CEDIA time frame. It'll be less expensive, and it'll be all a Wi-Fi remote with a little OLED top plate with sort of ATM style buttons on the side to pick, which will be great for single room use. But this, I think, is still really good for zones where if you want to see a camera on here. I use one of these at home and always find myself actually going out of this and like into Safari. Even you'd think you'd have your phone on you or something, but it's always useful to sort of still have an iOS device embedded in here. And this has its own unique UI. It gives you a volume feedback on the screen, and then the volume feedback goes right back off the image. And this is a really good way to still go through your music or stuff like that.
Do you know what the retail is for that?
I know the U.S. retail is going to be $499 on the remote.
The new one.
The new remote. This is $1,300 list price currently. Yeah, and it comes with the iPad or the iTouch in it. And we're going to be revising this come probably late Q1 next year. To be even more ergonomic than it is. It's gonna, the iTouch in here, Apple just recently did end of life on. We still have a bunch. They still have gobs of them for ones that go defective or stuff. But it'll have the larger screen. It'll be thinner, lighter. Make this lighter, and it'll have way better battery life. So, but we sell gobs of these things. End users tend to really like them. And then one of the other cool things that we have that you can, the interface that you can use, that you can pull up on any of these, but this remote really runs it, and the new hard button remote will have, you'll see this, like you can see that little V on here. It'll be on the new remote prominently in the middle, and it's right here at the top. This is our on-screen display. So when you click this guy, it brings up, probably better to have full motion video going behind this one to show you. So this brings up a heads-up display, so that instead of with this, if I want to change the channel here, because it's a touch device, I can kind of keep my eye on it. But if I kind of drift